Corner, you know the deal. I'm clicking live everywhere else. If I'm already live in Eurobuzz, I'm clicking live everywhere else. I should be live just about everywhere now. Just waiting for Instagram to catch up. And there we go. Okay, good morning. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. Welcome to 2025. I hope that you're all excited. What does a new year bring for us? It brings excitement and possibilities and opportunities that were already there in 2024. It just gives us a new spark, doesn't it? And a new reason to start thinking about something positive. So I love the new year for all of those reasons, as that it brings us new possibilities, things that we can tackle that maybe that we didn't tackle before. It's almost a clean slate, a blank canvas for those of us that are creative, a clean slate and a blank canvas. So get your paints out, folks. It's time, 2025. So today, first of all, I'm going to say, for those of you that don't know me, that might be watching on Instagram or in Eurobuzz, or who are new to my own networks, I am just going to say welcome. I am Mandy Nicholson, and I am the Creative Genius Consultant. I'm an artist and an author. I'm a creative retreat owner in Scotland, and I help creative and neurodiverse women to launch, grow, and scale their businesses and make more money. And I am never more excited than I am in January, because in January, I do my 5-day challenge. And I wanted to talk to you today about why investing in yourself is the greatest gift to you that you will ever give. Forget Christmas presents. Forget all the stuff that you got that you didn't need. Yeah, forget every other gift that you think you've given yourself. Investing in yourself is the greatest gift. Some of you may already know this. You may have invested in yourselves in the past. Some of you may be a bit disillusioned with this. You may have invested in yourselves and not have moved any further forward, because I know that 80% of online courses never get done. There's a statistic for you. So you invest in an online course and it sits there in your downloads and you never look at it and you never do it. In fact, I had a conversation with a new client this very week, it's only Tuesday, yesterday, who said that they had spent £750 on an online course and never done it. Didn't do it. And then the more they didn't do it, the more overwhelmed they felt, and the more guilty and self-depreciating they felt because they hadn't done it. And it was actually a negative experience. So when I say invest in yourself, I really mean, are you ready to make change happen? Are you ready to not only invest in yourself, but to actually do the work? This is when investing in yourself is really important. So let's talk about that in forget coaching at the minute and forget any programs or forget anything that I've mentioned. Imagine investing in a gym membership. 2025 is here. It's January. One of your resolutions or goals for the year is to lose some weight. So you go and invest in a gym membership. It's 50 quid a month. Okay, it's 50 quid a month. You go in January, you're dead keen, you're there, you're at it. You're still there in February, you're starting to slack off by March. Yeah, by April and May, you may be going once or twice a week. And by the end of the year, it's gone. You're still paying the membership, but you're not going to the gym. How often has that happened to you in the past? And it may be the same with other memberships or other online programs. Maybe you've got Audible and you don't listen to the books. Yeah, maybe you've got other online memberships that you pay for and don't use. It's common. That's not investing in yourself. That's overconsumption beyond your means. That's overconsumption of things that are not beneficial for you, that are not making change happen because you've listened to somebody else say, this is a great app, or this is a great thing, or this is something that you should do. They didn't do it. What does that mean? Is that when we're talking about courses, 80% of people actually purchase online courses and then don't actually do them. They don't actually do the work. They don't do the lessons. They don't attend the group calls. They don't attend the sessions. And at the end of it, they're no further forward. That's a statistic that exists. In fact, it's probably higher than that now. It might be an old statistic. So it's the same as your gym membership. It's the same as some of the other things. And that is called overconsumption. We're actually living in a world where we're overconsuming so many things, including things that are perceived to be moving us forward, educating us, making us better at our jobs, at our businesses, in our lives. So when I'm talking, it's 11:11. I like to note the time here. It's 11:11 because it is a really strong angel number. It's 11:11, and I'm talking about why investing in yourself can be your greatest gift to you, but only when you are ready to do the work. So when I first invested in myself when I had no money. So this week and next week, you'll be seeing lots of my stories coming through my network. I kicked off the week with my big story of how I ended up at rock bottom, which triggered, in the long term, that's ended up as a book, The Life I Won. I tell that story quite often, how I lost everything. And when I ended up at rock bottom, my rock bottom was losing everything and ended up in social housing as a single mum with both of my kids, who were both on the spectrum, and my 2 dogs. Lost my marriage, lost my home, lost my job, lost all my money, ended up bankrupt, had nothing but my brain, and realized that the one thing that I needed to invest in was not stuff, didn't matter. I had nothing. So I didn't need anything. I had what I needed. I had a house. I was very grateful for that. I had some furniture. I had the means in my brain to be able to create an income for myself and pay the bills. So I had what I needed. So I knew that if I had the means, I had the brain, I had the ability to create an income for myself, the best thing that I could actually invest in was me. It wasn't toys for the kids and it wasn't stuff. It was me. So that's what I chose to invest in. When I had no money, I invested in 2 programs, one with Jack Canfield and one with Bob Proctor. And I use this story a lot because not at the same time, at different times, I was on payment plans and I was making sure I made enough money to make that payment every month, because I knew if I could become better, then I could make more money and I could change my life and I could make life better for me and my children. I could claw my way back up from rock bottom. So not only did I do Bob Proctor's and Jack Canfield's courses, I also did a degree in psychology. During that decade from 2009 to 2019, I had done 2 courses, 2 coaching courses with 2 major players and a degree in psychology, and rebuilt my wealth. And at the end of that 10 years, bought my dream home for cash. I went from a council house in Amble in Northumberland to buying my dream home for cash. And it wasn't luck. It was because I learned all the things I needed by investing in myself. I did the degree in psychology to learn about my children's autism and how I could be a better mother. So I wasn't just investing in myself for me. I was investing in myself for the sake of my children as well. How do I make things better for me and for all of those around me? It was about investing in myself. And it wasn't just about investing the money, which I didn't have a lot of at the time. It was about investing in the time to do the program. So I invested in a program with Bob Proctor and did the work. I invested in a program with Jack Canfield and did the work. I invested in a psychology degree and did the work. And that was really hard as a single mum to two autistic kids and 2 dogs, single mum with not very much income, having to make her own way. So this is why investing in yourself is the greatest gift to you, because those investments still actually work for me today. Growth doesn't stop when you finish the program. And like I said to you, 80% of people don't complete the work. So they invest in themselves and don't complete the work. And then they blame the program. Then they blame because they weren't in the place they needed to be in the first place to invest in themselves, when you take responsibility for where you're at. And one of the things that I did do was take full responsibility for being there at rock bottom. It was me that made the choices that got me there. It was me that gave the money to the people who let me down. It was me that invested in the things that went wrong. It was me that caused the problems, even if it wasn't consciously. That's the only word I could describe it. So I didn't consciously go out to screw my life up. I didn't consciously go out to lose all of my money. I didn't consciously go out to make my marriage a failure and push my husband towards another woman. None of that was conscious. It was subconscious, but it was happening in my subconscious based on my behavior and where I was in life. So as soon as I accepted responsibility for that and said, you know, it's my fault that I'm at rock bottom, so who's the person that's going to get me out of it? Me. My responsibility is now to get me out of this. So I need to take the action, to make the investments and to do the work. And the reason I'm talking about that is because I've got a 5-day challenge coming up, which, you know what? You don't even have to invest any of your money in my 5-day challenge. It's free. You invest your time. And that's the reason I'm talking about investing in yourself. Things that are free, generally, we don't really give them any time. Even though I do a free 5-day challenge every year, people that join it don't always do the work. And the people that don't do the work come back for another challenge, and then another challenge, another challenge, because they're looking for quick fixes and quick wins. There are none. If you actually come to the challenge and you do all 5 days and you do the work and you show up for all of the calls and you do everything, you're going to get far more out of that 5-day challenge than if you don't. And obviously, one of the things I do during the challenge is open up the doors to my creative mastermind, because that's how marketing works and that's how sales works. I'm very transparent with all of that. I don't pretend that none of that is happening and surprise you during the challenge. So investing in yourself is not just about money. Investing in yourself is about your willingness to invest the time. Oh, you've already said, I've got Katie there. Morning, Katie. And you've already signed up for the 5-day challenge. That's awesome. It's about investing the time. I did not have time as a single mum to 2 autistic kids and 2 dogs to invest in myself in normal society's views. But I made the time. We all have the time. We all doom scroll for hours a day on socials or watch meaningless soaps or TV programs where we could make a decision to step back from that and do some work instead. And the work is on yourself, not necessarily on consuming something that isn't going to help you. I want you to think about everything that you do is consumption. You are consuming when you are scrolling. You're doom scrolling on social media. You're consuming other people's content and potentially buying products through that content. You are consuming when you're watching TV. You are consuming creative media. How much of a difference is that consumption making to your life? Yes, it's giving you enjoyment and pleasure, possibly, but is it moving you forward if you genuinely want to be in another place than where you are now? And that's the question you ask, isn't it? Do I want to be somewhere else to where I am now? Do I want to have a better life? Do I want to have a better business? And whose responsibility is it to deliver those things to me? It's mine. It's my responsibility. So when you invest in yourself, it's about putting in the time. Investing in yourself is about more than money. Investing in yourself is about the time you put in to the learning and the change. Change is the one thing that we fear the most as human beings. And change is the one thing that's always, always going to move us forward. Even change that's for the worse can eventually be for the better. So if I put that into perspective, the people that caused me to get to rock bottom did me a favor, because sometimes resetting your life to the very basics can be the foundations for greatness. And now I am a creative who is also a millionaire. I am an asset millionaire. I own assets to the value of over £1 million. I never described myself that way, but when I was reviewing 2024 and before and looking at where I wanted to move forward, I understood that I needed to say, in 2009, I ended up in social housing with £30 in my bank account and a clapped out old car with nothing. And in 2025, 16 years later, I am a millionaire with a successful business, with actually 2 successful businesses: my coaching business, my retreats, my bed and breakfast, my books, all of the Amazon #1 bestseller. All of these are indicators of success. And I did not have that success after my series of unfortunate events and after I ended up at rock bottom. I created that success, and I did it by investing in myself, investing in the right people along the way, in the right learning along the way, and investing the time in actually doing the work. I still do the work today. I'm still learning. I am still investing in improving my knowledge and improving my skills so that I continue to serve people better and help them in a better way. So this live today is your wake-up call. If you're not in the 5-day challenge and you want to change your creative business, you need to be in the 5-day challenge. So the links are going through my socials 4 times a day at the minute. You will be sick of me. My socials are blowing up at the moment because we're in launch. We're launching the 5-day challenge, which starts on the 20th of January. Yeah, because I want you to come in and do the work. I want you to do the work because I want you to be able to take control of what it is you want to achieve in 2025. Invest in yourself. Invest the time. You know, you can find that hour a day. I'm telling you now, invest the time because it could be the best investment that you make in 2025. And think about investment in a different way. I want you to start the year thinking about investment in a different way. Investing in yourself is going to pay dividends for decades. It's still paying me dividends now, almost 2 decades further on. So that's my words of wisdom for today. You will be seeing lots of me over the next couple of weeks. Do join us and come and join the challenge. I have got some amazing stories to share with you. I've got some amazing work for you to do during the challenge that will change your business from where it is now to where you want to be. It will help you make initial changes in your business if you come and join the challenge. But I'm also going to share some real client stories with you through that challenge that are inspiring and motivational, answer your questions and help you move yourself forward. So invest the time in joining us. Have an awesome week. I will see you again later on this week because I will be going live twice a week for the next 2 weeks. And my next live will be on Friday evening at 7 p.m. I look forward to seeing you then. Have an awesome week. And I hope that 2025 starts as you really wanted it to start because you deserve that, but put in the work. See you later.